And again, that alone is a powerful thing for people to consider. Because even when you just said that there, it's like, because it's so easy for people to be locked in that moment where they're like, well, I need the expert in this business. And I see it all over the place. But no, it's like, no, you've got plenty of those. And how is that working for you? You need something to change, or how is that working for you? They might still be successful, but you know what I mean? So I'm curious to know, because a lot of this comes down to mindset. So what would you say are like, how does somebody make that shift? Because it's sometimes it's just what they know so much. Like how does somebody break free of that?
Well, when I look at successful scaling up leaders, number one, they have a growth mindset. Where they are is typically not good enough. Okay. They normally want to double their companies every 3 to 5 years.
So they acknowledge that they have a barrier, which is good.
Yep.
That's the first step. Okay.
Yep. And number two, they are active and ongoing learners. They acknowledge they don't know what they don't know. Okay. And they look at education for them and for their people as an investment, not an expense.
Wow.
Number three, they have a bias to take action and do something about their situation. They're not people that hem and haw and have analysis paralysis. They want to get moving and get a solution. And also, they want to leave a legacy. They believe their companies are very important to them, and what happens to that company, regardless of when they may ever exit, that company is a representation of them, their people, and the work that they do. Those are the people I've seen do well.
Yeah. And it makes sense when you say all that, because I think where my mind was stuck when I asked that question to a degree was like, how do you get people over the hump that might not be thinking that way? But I think the point is, it's the people who are there who are ready for this, because if people are, they might not be in a place in their journey where they've hit that, and they may never hit that. And if they're not willing to hit that, or if they don't go through that shift, then they may just end up operating the one person or the limited size business or whatever it is for their life. And that might just fine for them, but scaling up is going to be difficult. So I'm familiar with, again, Scaling Up is a book, but I'm also familiar with the other one out there that's Traction. And I'm curious because they talk about their own sort of entrepreneur operating system. What would you say are the core differences? I'm making assumptions you're familiar with that book because you seem like you're a well-read person who knows this industry well. So what's the difference there, and why are they different? I guess should be my first question.
I believe there are differences. I think people would tell you that they're both growth methodologies.
Yeah.
I think Traction can serve smaller companies very well that particularly need a focus on people and execution.
Yeah.
And that will get you so far. And I have studied both. I think what's different about Scaling Up is that as you go further in your growth journey, elements, people, execution, then strategy and cash, the four major areas become more prominent. And I've had people say to me, well, can I do EOS and then convert over? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
But if you were going to start your journey not knowing either one, why not begin with the end in mind?
Because you feel anything that would be in the one ultimately with Scaling Up, because I do agree with those differences. I mean, that's a good way that you broke it out. You do believe that Scaling Up will get you all the core foundational things that people think Traction may anyway. Yes. So start with this one. That's the full.
And I've had many of my clients come to me that way, quite honestly. And our conversion and work with them has not been wasted, but it's just a mindset. Now, well, what do we call this tool versus that tool? And, what is the terminology? And if you can begin fresh, I think you're better off. If not, the conversions are happening all the time.
Yeah.